I know I deal a lot with American issues on this channel, primarily because I'm an American, and it's American foreign policy that wrecks and ruins a whole lot of lives in the name of Americans, when it's really the geopolitical leaders, the Israeli Zionist international banking cartel, who controls the House, the Senate, the executive branch, the judicial branch. So I don't mean to leave any country out. A lot of countries are affected by our foreign policy. The YouTuber, The Earth's History is Confusing. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not, but I really appreciate you bringing this to my attention. What you're about to see is something you're not going to see on mainstream, fake stream media, not the BBC, not CBS, MSLSD, the Communist News Network, or even faux news. There's an uprising happening in Australia, and I know just from what you guys have said, there's a lot of Australians who watch my channel, and I really appreciate it. There needs to be an uprising everywhere. This channel right here is a channel about humanity and how nobody has a higher claim over your life and property than you. That doesn't just go for America. That goes for Australia, China, North Korea, Iraq, Iran, even in Israel, everywhere on the planet. No human being has a higher claim over the life and property of other human beings. And that's what you're seeing right here, is this spark of a legitimate, seemingly legitimate, at least at the beginning, legitimate uprising in Australia. So I'm just going to play this. You guys leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this rally in Australia.
Give me some room here, guys, will you? Back off a little bit, thank you. What this is here is this government's worst fear. Yeah! What this is Australian workers united against their own plight, recognising their own ethnic replacement, recognising a problem, recognising a corruption, and institutional corruption. All of you here know that our country is under attack. We see it every day. We feel it when we travel to work. We are so congested. Our population is growing so rapidly, our infrastructure cannot cope. Greedy private capital is filling our country with as many cheap immigrants as possible. Why? Because they'll live in smaller spaces, they'll work for less, they won't think, and they won't complain. You think too much. You think for yourselves, you think for your families, you demand a higher state of living, and that is against their interests. That's why this crime, whether it's violent crime, terrorism, whatever comes from these immigrants, you're not supposed to talk about it. Because these immigrants are the perfect global citizens. Bullshit. Bullshit. They're here to replace you. You know it as well as I do.
100%. 100%.
But it's all boiled down to this. This now is the beginning of a great movement against this corruption. We won't stand for it anymore. We know who is responsible. It's not the Africans on the streets.
It's the government.
It's not the African community leaders.
It's the government.
And it's not the Muslims. It's this corrupt media government alliance, and it has been from the beginning. They call me a racist, neo-Nazi terror threat because of the words I speak to you now. But what have I done from the beginning but speak?
The truth hurts! The truth! The truth will set us free!
Rage against the machine! You do it, I told ya!
They will do anything they can to divide you. They will say anything about me they can to make you waver, to make you lose faith. They will say to you, be Christian or be atheist, be left-wing or be right-wing, be socialist or nationalist or something else. But you only are one thing, the one thing that unites you all, Australian. So to the State Premier, Daniel Andrews.
Fuck it!
The so-called people's representative, does he represent you?
No!
We want answers, and we want them now. How did these immigrants, these African men, fighting-aged men, how did they get here? Who signed off on it? We want names. If we don't get names, then we will hold you responsible, Premier. And why are they here? Tell us the truth. If we don't get the truth, expect more rallies, bigger numbers, again and again. If we have to, we will march on that city and we will take it over.
Do it!
We are the workers. We built this country. We come from the people who conceived of Australia, who gave their lives for it, who sacrificed everything to build it, to protect it. And we must honour the people who worked so hard to give us this great country. It is our duty as Australians. And I know you will stand with me when I say that we are prepared now to give everything, every ounce of our energy, every atom of our being for our country. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Rise without fear! Rise without fear! I don't want to take too long because I don't want to inconvenience the police. Let's understand.
You're getting double time.
Let's understand. These police officers with their boots on the ground, these guys over here, they're our people too. These individuals, they're our people too. It's not these guys that are the problem, it's their command. It's where they get their orders.
Now, at this point, I got to step in and strongly disagree. See, this is a statist mentality. We all have choices. If our occupation necessitates that we turn off our minds, follow orders, and initiate unjust laws on the people, that was our choice. It is our fault as law enforcers. It is our problem. It's our responsibility. You can't separate the actions of a person who puts on uniforms from the actions that he takes as an individual. Order followers are the most dangerous people on this planet because they're conformists. They're not moralists. Somebody who's a conformist does what he's told regardless of what is right. A moralist does what is right regardless of what he's told. So I disagree with this guy because police officers are probably the biggest problem that we've got, bigger than politicians. All a politician does is sign a piece of paper and enact a law, a command, an edict. That command, that law, that edict would have no power. It would have no teeth. It would have no control over the people if it wasn't initiated by the law enforcers. The law enforcers are the biggest problem in Australia. They're the biggest problem in America. They're the biggest problem in the world. The order followers are the blight to society. They're the cancer on society. It's these individuals who think, oh, I can't take any personal responsibility for my own actions because I'm wearing this magical uniform. I've got this shiny badge. I come with the authority of the government, the authority of the state. No, it's illusory. That's a fiction. It's false. These people are absolutely responsible for their own actions and their own decisions.
The same people who give the police their orders are the same people who write the news. They're the same people who write the education curriculum, who tell your children what to think. The same people who force immigration onto our country And then as soon as we start saying, hang on, what's going on with all this crime and terror? Shut up, you racist. These people give the police their orders. They're just following those orders, but eventually I know, just as in France, just as in Belgium, just as all throughout Europe right now with the yellow vest protests, these guys, those of them with a heart, with a national soul, will stand with us. This workers' revolution is taking place all throughout the world, and this is only the beginning. In Europe, Macron is in hiding. The president of Belgium has resigned. The people are sick and tired of being taken for a ride. So I really appreciate your gathering here today. Don't let anything intimidate you. Never be ashamed for standing up for your country, for who you are and where you came from. Don't be divided by ideology, by religion, by the political spectrum. You're Australian, and that's it.
All right, there's about 6 or 7 minutes left in this video, but I'm going to leave the link so that you can go to this person's channel. If you go there, leave them a comment and let them know High Impact Vlog sent you. That way we can all rally around 3 central premises. Number 1, nobody has a higher claim over your life and property than you. No politician, no political pundit, no mainstream media talking head, and certainly no law enforcer. Number 2, it's never right to initiate unjust force and violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong. That's common sense. We all inherently know this. And number 3, the golden rule. Do to others what you would want done to you, and conversely, don't do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. There's nobody on this planet with a sane mind who wouldn't agree with those 3 planks. So you want a revolution? That's what you build a revolution around. That eradicates any kind of gun control, really people control measure, and it eradicates any wicked, evil, unjust, and merciless law. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow banned video. And if you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and share it with everybody you know. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow banned video.